All right, all right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Hope your week's been off to a good start. So we're going to try to pick up where we left off last night with the G plugin before we got totally distracted by the GPS navigation stuff, which we'll get back to that. Maybe that'll become a weekend thing. Um, but we got to focus on getting Pidgin through out the door, right? Like as much as I want newer maps in my car, we have many, many years of work into Pidgins that need to be done. So yeah. Um. So I was hoping we want to get a G plugin release out that actually has some new symbol in it or something, rather than just turning off the object introspection by default. Although arguably we could technically it's API, so this is where the problem comes in. Um, but I'm looking at the file source stuff, and this is a bit messier than I thought it was. But maybe that's okay. So there's a few things that are weird here. Do we? So G plugin core sets up the default manager for better or worse. What we call private init. Whether or not we register the native loader. We could add a flag in here on whether or not to create the. Well, let's go look at this guy. So we create it. Then if we're registering the native loader, we build the native loader and go from there. So there's nothing that's like quick is a problem. So right now, we were looking at it. File source. So in refresh, we create a new file source, for better or worse. The intent of this is so that we can have multiple ways to load plugins. Like one of them is going to be the static one. Well, in theory, we could also do from resources. Well, the resources would be weird, but maybe doable. Right? Like you could find like a Lua file in a resource, and then there's your Lua plugin. The problem is the manager doesn't manage any of this right now. Alright, so we can't quite do the part that I wanted to do, but that's okay. Because what we should do is... Well, there's all these things to add a path, or a pen path, and pre-pen path, and all this crap. And what we should do is... We should move... This code should get moved into the file source. Because that's the only place where it makes sense. And then this should call the file source one, right, for now, right? And then we got the new API from the file source, and then we go from there. Hi, mister. You're never on this bed. What are you doing? It's like I come to say hi and interrupt the stream. Yeah. Is that your agenda? Is that the cat agenda? The cat's agenda? Yes. You just got treats, so you're not getting more. Yep, there you go. Get to chin. Yeah, so there's a bunch of these, but we can just go ahead and do that. Oh, that's the problem. Ugh. Because the file source is created only at refresh time, we can't call this directly because it doesn't exist yet. I don't think we do anything weird with state, but I don't remember why I didn't clean this up at that point when we created this thing. Alright, so let's see what happens if we change that around. Alright, so do the unit test pass if we have G plugin source or file source? Default manager dash file source equals G plugin file source new. This is, yeah, that's fine. This should be fine. Default manager. And that, oh no, that's the problem, right? I think that's okay. So on new, when the manager gets set, oh no, we don't do shit with that. Okay, yeah, it should be fine. I was thinking we pulled the paths at this point, but it should be in scan, which is aha. Deploy file source update loaders, and then we grab the paths and okay. I don't know why we're like we want paths is fine to be there. But what we should do is sources root. I don't think we need this anywhere else. Yeah. Alright, so if we get rid of this, and we're just going to grab this for now, and then we look at the scan function. So then this just becomes root children. And then what were we using? Clear object there or something? Oh. Oh, G clear. Then at the end of this function we call this, and in theory that part's done. This isn't recursive of early returns or anything, does it? I don't think so. That looks okay. What do we change here? Come back to that in a second. I'll do one change at a time and make sure the unit test will pass. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to pass. Yeah, that's fine. Paths is on our object. $495. Oh, okay. No, it's not where I want this at all. Scan is where we want this. Oh, other way. Another one. Thank you. Okay. Wait, that's already simplifies the shit out of stuff then. Okay, yeah. Why the fuck did we do it this way before? Just like, what? Alright, so, cool. This is here. File source, cleanup. Cleanup. Move the path API to G plugin file source, which is where it should belong. We're not there yet, but that's the intent for this branch. But I wanted to commit this first, so I have steps, right? So I can amend and go from there, and we'll be fine and happy. Okay, so, oh yeah, so the next part we have to test is the stuff I just reverted, but that's okay, because it's not much to do, right? So we're going to say G plugin source, our file source. And then in private init, we're going to say file source, default manager, file source equals G plugin file source new. Yeah, the link between these two is going to get removed as part of this. And right now we're probably going to leak because of it. Because we're not going to be able to destroy the object because they're recursive, right? Or whatever. They're cyclical, rather. But that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. So then... Wait, what? Oh, right, that's right. Where is the final line? Should be up here. Yep. And then declare object manager file source. Okay. Oh, we don't want to do that yet. What we want to do is we want to go and look at refresh. Wait, what? All right, okay. We keep scanning the file source until it says we don't have to refresh anymore. But this goes away. And if everything's check in. Keylogic told me how to do this, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, that was for amend. For this, I can just exit. Alright, we got some breakage. Just run regular ninja. It started project? Sure. I assume that was supposed to be like, you started. We're getting stuff done. Otherwise, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, 903. Yep, this guy is beyond now. Turtles. These are gonna time out. I don't know what they're doing, but they're timing out. So is this because of cyclical nature or what? Wait. Does the source scan? Let's give you a source. Right, that's fine. How do we get... Okay, so we're gonna change this up, and this should let us get rid of the cyclical crap here. So the thing is, the source, when we're scanning, it should have the manager, because we need to add plugins that were found and stuff to the manager as we're scanning them. So that needs to be here. And like, you're not supposed to do this, but since we're versioning micro version, or 0 is a no guarantee, right? We're still discovering the API. Otherwise, we'd be on like G plugin fucking 12 at this point. Which, I mean, ultimately doesn't matter, but it's just the way things go sometimes. Plugin source.c. Sure, build away. The manager, we're scanning plugins for. So that's called when manager refresh is running. The source should scan its available sources for plugins. Available source for plugins. For the file system source, this is the paths that have been registered with. This doesn't matter. Implementation should return true if it found a new unqueried plugin, which will tell the manager to continue scanning. True if an unqueried plugin was found. Yep. Like, the reasoning for this is something could be depending on it. And we need that to resolve it, but that's fine. Alright, so that should take care of that part. So then in the file source dot, yep, here. Then we have a manager. Which allows us to... That's going to go away in the very near future. That specific line. But we need to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Cool, no more. We're going to leave this for now. We're just going to get rid of prop manager. This may cause shit to break in the meantime. That's okay. We're going to add a prop paths, and we're probably going to make it a G list. Just to make things easier to deal with. But we got a little bit to do to get there. Yeah, no problem, Robotic Head. Hope you're doing well. Those of you that don't know Robotic Head, we rated him last night, but he works on a project management tool called Near Beach here on Twitch. So go give him a follow if you're not already. This won't work, I believe. Because we'll look at that in a second, but I think that's broke right now. This is constructed, finalized. That looks okay. We get rid of this guy though. I don't know what this does when it's 0. We're gonna find out. This no longer takes a manager. Alright. How close do we come to compiling? Not at all. Oh, oh, well, this doesn't need to be there. Oh, it's source that needs a manager. 538. Come on, you're fine. Alright, so that gets easier. That gets rid of part of the cycle. Yeah, eat the treats too. And 898. Then we pass in our manager instance here. File source is a bunch of bullshit we gotta deal with. Test source does too. Let's just do test source real quick. That should be straightforward to fix. 87. We're not checking the manager there. We should though. Where did test? There it is. Too much crap. Yeah, were you on much longer after I raided? I didn't end up falling asleep for like another 2 hours afterwards. I took Big Boy upstairs, quickly ate something, and then proceeded to not be able to fall asleep for 2 hours. 2 hours? Alright, cool. I don't normally know when you end. Because I should be sleeping when you're ending. Yeah, there was that time you raided me too, which was, yeah. Impressive, I think that, yeah. Wait, wasn't there something like I rated you and then I came back on and then you rated me too? Or am I confusing things? Maybe not. Oh, okay. Don't fully remember? Okay, yeah. You got all excited? Yeah. I get that way too sometimes. You're like, oh, I can actually raid this person. Yay! Right? What's the problems here? These look 67. Oh, yep, set manager is gone, and get manager is gone. Alright, so update loaders. Get the loaders from the manager. Okay, we do try to remove our old copies. Okay, cool. So, update loaders. Instead of being called in construction, we're going to call it in scan. And fasten the manager. I'm not worried about syntax or anything. Oh, was exactly that? Yeah, yeah. I'm not worried about syntax or anything. So we use Clang format for this project. Or better or worse. Unused variable source on 428. Oh, you can't have my arm right now, man. Oh, that's fine. No, I know. Maybe in a little bit. Should we give him my arm? I'll give him my arm. $503, $509. Oh. Yeah, that's real annoying. That was quick. Alright. So this also has to go into scan, but then we have to remove them right away too. That's okay. It's okay. We can just do cleanup stuff. Signal handlers disconnect funk. Data. Or by funk is fine. The instance is a manager. The function is that one, and the data is the source. We'll have to comment that up in a moment. Yep. The question is, do the test still? Okay, something crashed. The Python 3 one crashed. Wow, a lot of shit crashed. I'm not sure what passed and what didn't because we didn't get a good list. Yay. Alright, let's do Mason test minus V source. Okay, so source test passed, fine, cool. Do we have a file source? No. All the other tests have failed. Core? What the fuck did core fail? I hope you run it first. File source, S list, unwrap. 485. That's not going to fix any of our problems here, but... we have items in the list, but they're not the right type. These aren't used externally at all. Oh no, we need it here for a number of reasons. But what the fuck? Why is stuff getting... I don't know which list this is. There's a problem. Wait, it's the same list. Oh, there's different tests. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's this one. It's loaders by extension. That should be okay. Loaders by extension. So we ref the loader, we put it into the list, and then we insert that new list. Or we insert the existing list. Wow, what other tester family? Why is Lua and Python? Well, we'll start with a native loader. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's all tied to this. Like, we know that. So 261. Just want to go here? Is that the problem? That might be the problem. No. Oh. Like, maybe. Nope, stay there. So there's G array and there's G pointer array. G pointer array we use for a bunch of stuff. I thought this had a way to like just do objects, but maybe not. What do you call add? I thought there was a way to add a destroy to this thing. There's also G sequence, which I don't think we want to do. Oh, but that does take a day to destroy. Like if we remove this stuff now, or if we move the stuff to this, it might get easier. Oh, there's new full. That's what I'm looking for. That is the free function. Alright. Since we have these as pointers to the same thing, we should be able to get away with a lot of this. So basically what we do is we create, loaders by extension is a hash table of that has a key that's keyed on the file extension, right? So .so, .dylib, .dll, .lua, .py, right? And then the value right now is a singly linked list of plugin loaders um, that can be used for that extension. So what the file source does is it searches through all your paths. When it finds a file name, it grabs the file extension and then looks for loaders for it, and then tries each loader until one of them can load it, or it exhausts a list, right? So the reason we need to do this is so like on Windows, a DLL isn't necessarily a native DLL. It could be a managed DLL, i.e. a .NET DLL. And then I thought there's another weirdo scenario like that, but I don't remember what else. So that's weird stuff we have to keep track of, right? It's annoying and it's a pain, but is what it is, right? But yeah, so if we change this to be a G pointer array, right? So if we have pointer array, wait, that's this gets really shitty. Oh, this should get easier, right? Because we. Yeah, that's okay. So we change the G pointer array. So then loaders equals that. If loaders is equals null, then loaders equals G pointer array new full. Yeah, it should be fine. And I don't know, 1, and then can we do 0? That'd be full. Oh, that's fine. And then this is just a G destroy notify, which we're gonna say is G object unwrap. Right, so we're just gonna create loaders, and that's fine. Else. Excuse me. Grab any existing loaders that are registered for this extension so that we can prepare to own loader. Remove any old copies of ours. That's. Thank you. It doesn't make sense to do the remove here. Except to like get rid of duplicates to dedupe. Move down 1. I'm not sure why I removed them and then put them back in. Here's the first occurrence of the given pointer from the pointer array. The last element in the array is used to fill in the space. So this function does not preserve the order of the array, but is faster than the G-pointer array. Array has a non-null G-destroy notify function. Follow that. If we have it, then we do G pointer array remove loaders, comma loader. But I'm still not sure why the fuck we want to do that. we do it this way? So if we already know this extension, check if we're already in. Check if the loader is already in the list. If G pointer array, fine. Loaders, comma, loader, comma, null. Then we're going to continue on to the next one. Right. And if it is, skip it. Sure. Alright, so now this is gone. And we say G pointer array. Was it add? I don't know why I can never remember these. That's add. Pointer array add loaders, comma G object ref loader. Get rid of that. And then okay, move extensions to the next one. Cool. Right, that's much simpler now. So we go through the extensions for the loader. Which becomes G pointer array. Loaders, hashtag will look up by extension. We go through the loaders for that extension. If the ID exists, okay, if loaders is null, we remove it. Otherwise, we put the list back in. Yeah, we don't have to do this nonsense. We can just do G pointer array remove loaders loader, and that should do this. Then get rid of all of this. God, I wish I knew how to use G pointer array when I wrote this the first fucking time. Look how much easier this is. Like, they're all to the same object, so that's how we can get away with just doing the pointer math on it. Wait, what? Why the fuck did we have the loader ID before? It was loaders by extension. I don't understand why we needed the ID. Um, the list of loaders? No. What? We asked each one what its ID was. We don't give a shit. We don't care. They're the pointers. It's fine. Okay. I'm like, why is this so heavy in this? Because I was dumb. Or let's. This is probably not gonna make this pass, but. Test loader full. The better days of the week. How's it going? Welcome, Nino. How are you doing? I don't know that I'd say Monday is one of the better days of the week, but to each their own. For me, it's not. Like, oh, he's started. I have responsibilities. Loader test. Okay, let's go back and test core instead. Let's see if core is any better now. Nope. But maybe closer. I don't know how far we got in here, but it looks like we got pretty far. 1 was okay, 2 was okay. Test you plug in init, uninit with double refresh plugins, assertion failed FIDs. Greater than 0. We're gonna come back to a different one. That one's weird. Ooh, I made so many more of them fail. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is now, is it just G-Object Destroy? No, it's not a G-Object. We can unwrap. Oh, snap. Oh, right. Is there like 3? What does unwrap do? What does that unwrap would have done? Oh, I just need to cast it. Okay. Real bad. Sick. Fail. Oh, so much of this got broke. How the fuck did newest version die? This is supposed to have a name somewhere. Oh, I guess there's supposed to be path. Okay, yep, so it scanned that and it didn't find a plugin in the newest version of the directory. Found the plugin that's supposed to return that. Oh, I just grabbed the list of loaders for extension. Oh! Yeah, I have to fix this part. We could use find each, but we probably should, but I don't want to do that quite yet. Is there a better way to do this? No. Okay. For guint idx equals 0. IDX is less than loaders length. First of all, if loaders equals null, continue. Then we say loader equals index should just give me the thing, right? Returns the pointer at the given index of the pointer array. Does not perform bounce checking on the given index, so you're responsible for checking it against the array length. Blah blah. Function. Yep. Okay. So then we say g pointer array index loaders idx. Is it just me, or does this song get really loud? Yeah, it is really loud. What the fuck? Is my mic quiet? Well, that should be better for the mic. But why is this song so fucking loud? Turn it down. Turn it down. All right. This may be. Is there more I gotta do here? Maybe. I don't know why we set loader to null, but okay. Okay. Plugin should still be. Oh. Get rid of this. G message queried plugin %s. File name with loader %s. G plugin loader get ID. If error is not equal to null, okay, so we didn't. We have nothing in the list, apparently. G message. Have sent you looters. We didn't even make it to that code. Did this return null? Yeah. Well, that's a problem. Oh. I know the problem. I never put the loaders into the fucking table. Like, that's gonna be a problem. Where are we crashing now, though? Add loader, line 79. Nope, same crash, huh? Oh, you idiot. G pointer array is not an object. I have to call it ref. But I think that does have to be there. Oh, we're closer, but we're timing out again. So we can treat it like this because the G pointer array is it's its own instance, right? So like that doesn't change. So like we find it or we create it, and right, and we use the same variable. So we or we create it and we insert it, and then we just go from there. Let me do this real quick too. Okay. So where the fuck are we then? We didn't make it to here. I don't know that we made it here. I'm pretty sure we made it in here, but we...
Holy crap. 4 years getting...
Dang! Thank you for subscribing for the 4 freaking years. Really appreciate it. How you doing? Hope you've been well. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Assume you've just been busy. I know how it goes. No worries. We query the plugin and we're timing out on something else now. It's busy life. Yeah. I know how it goes. No worries. Hope you've been well. This should time out. Still got called anywhere? No. It did time out. I don't know why it timed out, but it did. I don't know what loop we're stuck in is the problem. I didn't put any new early exits in here or anything, did I? Okay, well, we know that's fine. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. We didn't change it. Well, that one we'll want to change at some point too. Actually, why am I using a G pointer array when I can just use a G list store? Just gonna let this run and hopefully it'll time out in 30 seconds. Oh. Am I keeping track of time? I wasn't. Alright, well, it's at 17:10 until ad starts. So we make it to 16:40. And we know for certain. Yeah, so it's not timing out under GDB, which is annoying. Always spam voicemails. Just clean up notifications on my phone. Okay, so the timeout's not happening here, which is going to make this so much more fun to find. Wait, why are we looping and adding loaders again and again and again? Yeah, no, we can. I was hoping it would time out so I could actually get it in the loop and whatever, but this is fine. Huh. This still doesn't make sense. Because we should have ran out of plugins to scan. And then be like, we're done. We don't need to yeah, we don't need to refresh anymore. I don't know. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Once I get the scenes fixed. Yep, right back. What, the source code visualization is an accurate view? Okay. You say so. 172. I think I know what's going on. Yeah. Um. That's the problem, isn't it? I bet it's these guys. I don't know that we need these. Yeah, I think with this current setup, we get rid of these. The idea before was, yeah, I think this just doesn't make sense, right? Because each time we scan, we get called to do a scan. We'll grab whatever loaders we know about, and then we'll run. And if we find a new plugin, we'll return true. But if somebody else finds a new loader, they're going to return true, and we're going to rescan everything. So that should be fine. We shouldn't need that signal at all. Fuck, it's not it though. But either way, I'm pretty sure we can just delete this now. $151. So when we call, we're doing update loaders. Update loaders, we just go through the list and call add loader, Let's give an item in the list. We're looping over items until the first current item is item. Okay. I think we're gonna move this to G list store, just because it's. I mean, it's part of what we're getting to anyways, but it's fine. Not in it. Constructed. So our loaders equals that. Oh, we have to give it a type. G plugin type loader. I know this isn't going to help with the loop, but this is fine. We're just going to get this done. It'll be fine. G list store find loaders loader. We don't care about position. I can just do insert 0, right? Yeah. Store insert. Oh yeah, we just do 0. And then we're not going to ref it because it'll automatically take a ref. Which one of the reasons we want to use it, because then we don't have to manage those reference counts anymore. It's just not our problem. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm trying to go here. Okay. Okay. Move loader is gonna have the same deal. G list store loaders. G list store remove loaders loader. I think that's all it is. Remove all is not what we want. Oh shit! I have to give it the position. Go into position equals 0. If G list store find the loader position. G list remove list store remove loader's position. Yeah, it should be fine. All right. Great, we broke lots of shit. That's fine. Oh, because it's GIO. Really? Fucking hell. Oh. Okay, we already had GIO in part of it. Sure, why not? Interesting. Okay, this might actually be part of the culprit here. Oh, right. I didn't fix that part. That's fine. 207. No, no, 206. Although we have a billion things open here. Yeah. Oh, we do glist model, get item. Glist model, get item. Yeah, that'll work. We can just do it that way. Right, we're not yeah, this is all just reading. Caller method takes ownership. Yep. Which is annoying, but it's okay. Clear object loader. What? That doesn't make sense. If it's good, we break out. Otherwise, we unref it. Like, this shouldn't be necessary. Which means we can put this here. Because the plugin will have a reference to the loader. We're back to this fucking loop. It's still here. I found it. I don't know how we did it, but I found. Oh, right. No, I know how we did it. It's fine. Okay. If we created it, we're done. Otherwise, if not find, then we insert it. And then, yeah. So the problem is we're not deleting this item. So that's what's causing the loop. Okay. But we have... Alright, well, we got rid of the loop. But we still didn't fix the test. Oh, son of a bitch. All right. So we add the test new version directory. We tell the manager to refresh, and then we try to find the plugin. And yeah, and that's where we're failing. We're not finding the plugin, even though we're querying it, I believe. So why are we getting no plugins here? Oh, I should say querying. So we've got loader objects, okay. Nobody actually got added to the lists. Well, this is a problem. Oh no, that's right. That's right. That's fine. That's fine. that should do it. I never added the loader into the list of loaders. I did everything to manage the collection except add the item to the collection. Whoops. Just goes to show, no matter how many years programming experience you have, you can still absolutely make ridiculously stupid mistakes. Yep, pesky calls. No worries. Native loader's going to time out again, but we look much better, right? So Lua, Python, and autoload are failing, and the native loader, but it looks like everything else is going to be fine. There's more in this pull request than I want, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. Yeah, okay, so 3 failed, 1 timed out. The Python loader and Lua loader, I'm guessing we're not able to find the loader, or there's something weird with it being added. Oh, which actually I shouldn't have deleted everything. Oh, we can probably clean that up a little bit. We added the native loader, but then what the fuck is this about? We didn't find the Python. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I understand the error. I don't understand why we hit it, but yeah. So 315. So where is loader here? Oh. Okay, so this should go back to loader equals no. No, that what? No, this should go to here. Alright, if the plugin instance is good, break out of this loop. We use loader after this, so we don't clear it here. Alright, so then where's loader defined? It's at this level. Okay, so at this level, there's no returns or anything. Okay. Alright, now those pass. Well, Python passes. Presumably Lua passes too. Okay, native loader and auto load have a different problem, but yay, we're making progress. Woo! Woo-hoo! I'm like, these are infinitely looping again, and I'm not sure why. Yep. Okay. Oh. What's the actual file for this? Test.autoload.c. Something we should be doing more often. Is there a condition where a plugin will be stored twice, but we can't test for it since a G warning gets output that kills our fork? So we lose the internal state of the plugin manager and thus cannot see the plugin stored twice. This has been fixed in the code, but it has to be looked for manually. I don't think that's going to be a case anymore. Um, I'm so glad I said what the air condition was we wanted. What was the standard out here? Standard air. Yep. Yep, and we just got standard air of what we were expecting. But not reached. I think we're gonna remove this test because I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to do. I mean, we'll annotate to see when I added it. If maybe I put something in the commit message. Um, should be the LOQ one. No. So I added this in 2346. That's not helpful. Like this, what the fuck? I'm confused. How did all this change in this when it should have just been renaming that property? Oh, it's because the file got renamed. Derp. $508. What was the? Finally found and fixed this bug. It's kind of messy, but it works. This is why you write better commit messages, so that 10 years later, you know what the fuck you were talking about. Mm-hmm. Um, like this is not clear what this test does at all. So, what happens when we just do that? Right? When in doubt, delete. Oh, yeah. One more time. What was all in here? No, wait. Okay, wait. Why do I have the test plugins? Yeah, hold on. This test should be okay. This all right. Auto load fail. So this is set to auto load, but then okay, what the fuck? We return false and we set an error. Um, all right. So the problem here is if we look at the diff, it's going to be that I deleted the air handler, I think. I don't remember where exactly it was, but there's going to be a thing in here that's going to do a G warning. Or not. This shouldn't have been in the first part of the commit, but it might have. What's pdiff? Oh, it's still the only G warning. Okay. We're looking for something I deleted that says error in it. And it looks like no. What the fuck? What was the idea for this? Did we just break that, I think? How's it going, Jack? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? I just had a silly idea too. Might have made sense to rewrite this new, but it's not that many lines of code, is it? Nah, it's only 500 lines, and we're close to done, anyways. I think. Well, this part's still a nightmare. It needs to be cleaned up, but so we're supposed to build these error messages. What the fuck do we ever do with these things? Oh, when the file source gets finalized, that's when it's supposed to spit these all out, and we didn't delete it yet, so that's the problem. Running Fedora on your Mac Parallel is nice. This is why that error message doesn't happen anymore. This is really a shit way to do this. That was the best I had at the time. But the problem is we're not being finalized in our unit tests. Oh, right. All right. So the problem is the file source got created during the scan process, but now it survives past that. So the sources are gonna have a like get errors or something. Although I'm not a huge fan of that, but I don't see how else we avoid that. So the idea is like, right, we don't want to keep track of all of the errors for every single plugin because as we're going through all the different directories and all the different sources, like an error for a plugin could be that its dependency hasn't been loaded, right? Or that a loader couldn't be found for it on the first run. But as we do another, in that first refresh, we could find the dependency for the plugin, right? So then that's why whenever we find any new plugins, we run a refresh until we find no more new plugins. Um, because okay, so first run through, we find a plugin depends on something. We don't have we haven't seen the dependency yet, so it fails to load, right? It's in an error state. It doesn't have its dependencies. Um, we find the dependency. We don't know that's connected to the other one because we don't want to track that state because there's no reason to, right? But since we found a new plugin, we reload again or we refresh again. Now we try to take that plugin that failed, and now we can load it, right? So now the error message it had is irrelevant. And that we don't want to output it to the user because the user can be like, "Oh, I got this error message, blah blah blah." It's like, yeah, but on the next iteration, it was fine, right? Likewise with the loader, right? We see a Python file, we couldn't find a loader for it. Then we find the Python loader. We do another refresh. Then we can load the Python plugins, and then we do another refresh because some, plugin could have depended on that plugin, and so on. Anyways, so those intermediate error messages aren't worthwhile. But when we get to the point when we haven't found any more plugins, then we can output all the errors because then those will be the final state of the errors. So I think we're going to put that into the source object, and then that'll make this unit test pass and work. But before we do that, I have to go pee again, and I'm going to refresh my water. So I will be right back. Slater is being indecisive about going downstairs or not. Oh, and now an ad starting. Good timing. And by good timing, I mean whoops. So I'm trying to decide what to do with these. Right. It looks like it's just a list of strings. Well, let's see. Alright, so if we did something like glist star get errors. I don't know what version we're on. 44. Okay. We didn't really add. Oh, okay. Wow, we really haven't been doing a lot for these, but that's okay. I guess it's gonna be transfer null for now. Oh, let me look back at this one more time. Okay, so where else do we set this thing? All right, yeah. What do you want? He's like, you know what I want? Belly scratches. No, no belly scratches. No, no belly scratches. He just wants treats. So this current air setup sucks. Right? There's yeah, it's 100% sucks. What I might be more interested in doing is having like a failed plugin type or something. That just it has the plugin info stuff, but then because the query actually failed, or the load actually failed, or failed to query. Yeah. No, so the query failed. Right. So like if we Fuck, maybe we should do this as separate pull request first, and this would make things easier. And then we don't have to deal with this error bullshit, right? Do we have an option? Oh, we have to state a query failed, I think. We won't have a plugin ID though. But anyways, the idea is that way then like the user would know that it failed, right? Oh, sorry, dude. So like Mason Dev and G plugin GTK for viewer, not viewers, right? So like right now, if something failed to load or something, or failed to query, we don't see it in the list. But if we gave it a failed plugin, it would show up in the list, and then we would just have to make it so like it can't load or something, right? And then that would be better for end users because they wouldn't have to go and look at their debug log. They would see it in the list that it failed to load, and the error message is right there. Now that said, oh, it's failed to query. Failed to query. Sorry. That's a much easier, smaller thing to do right now. Is to build a plugin object that does that. And I think that will be okay. Know some of these? All yours, Mr. Slater. Okay, come get them. Alright, we're gonna do this for now. Probably regret it later, but it's fine. Okay, so now we just have the version 44 stuff. Cool. Just put them literally right in front of them. Okay, so then the plugin itself has a bunch of properties. So this would be, I guess it'd be aired. What do we actually do on that state? We don't have a way to find a plugin by file name, do we? Okay, we're gonna start with that. Pidgin uses this for stupid things too. Well, I should say what Purple does. So gplugin was built so that everything would work with IDs, so that you could move plugins around on your file system, and as long as they were on the path, it would work, right? So like there's a problem that crops up in like people will install a plugin to their local plugin directory, and then they'll install it on the distribution and forget. And the problem is that generally your home directory has a higher priority, so that one gets handled first. But what we try to do is we'll use the IDs. So if you're using an ID, when we query, we'll see that one first, sure, but then we'll check the versions and then load the newest one, right? Which will hopefully avoid some problems for users. So yeah, right. That's why we have find plugin with newest version, right? So if we say G plugin our G plugin manager find plugin with file name. Let's do this first. Const car star file name. We're not gonna worry about the other stuff. Actually, file name should go here. I don't know why I'm doing this. Clang format's gonna make a mockery of my format. Manager instance file name, the file name of the plugin. Finds a plugin with the given file name. This plugin is should be this function method should be used sparingly. Sparingly, as you should typically be using plugin IDs to identify them. However, sometimes it's necessary to find them by file name. Are these transfer full or yeah, they're transfer full. Okay. Cool, that makes stuff easier later. Plugin if found, otherwise it's not known. That's a little crazier than we want. Alright, this is only gonna return a full one. Or a single one. Okay. How the fuck do I go through the list right now? No, we're just gonna go fine. G return val if fail is manager G return val if fail file name not even null. Not sure I'm gonna write unit tests for this yet either. That's okay. So we have a whole list of plugins. Yeah, we have a hash table. Okay, so we can just iterate the hash table. The hash table is another weirdo setup where the key is the ID of the plugin. and then it's a list of all the or of all the plugins that are there. Right. So when we call like add plugin, this is add in 39. Oh, right, because we needed this for the file source stuff to pull this out because the refresh hit all this. Yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah, so it looks up a list of the plugins and then it adds this one to the front of the list and then it goes from there. Yeah, this is dumb, but okay. The hell's the name of the function I just created? Oh, it's find plugin. My bad. Bad. God, I hate this format. So we need GS list our plugins, or we'll call it maybe G hash table iter. Go back to that in a second. G pointer key, G pointer value. Give me that. G hash table iter init iter manager plugins. And I always forget how this, it's like while G hash table iter next. Actually, we don't care about the key at all. We give no fucks about it. For GS list star L equals plugins. Actually, we just do value. L is not equal to null. L equals L next. We didn't add a string helper in G plugin, did we? I don't think we did. We had it everywhere else though. Yep, we did not put it here. Alright, whatever. What were we using to check that before? It was in file source. G start equal. That's not null safe though. Oh well, IDs aren't supposed to be nullable. But that should be fine. We'll use that. We'll use a different one. It's fine. All right. So now we have a plugin, right? So now we want to do conscar star file or sure plugin file name equals null. File name equals G plugin. Plugin. Get file name plugin. If G stir compare 0, right? G stir comp 0 equals 0. I think I have to clean up this list. Which is... No, because I'm reading it straight out of the hash table. I don't know. If not, G plugin is plugin. Plugin. Continue. Yeah, it doesn't know how to duplicate this. I can't, yeah. It just stores a pointer. Okay, yep, that's fine. Okay. Alright, that should do it. Right, so the idea here is I don't know, we'll create something called like failed plugin or something, right? And the ID will be failed / then the file name or something. I don't know, something like that, right? And then it'll just be a plugin that has the state and it goes from there. But wait. Do we have plugins that fail to... Hold on. Okay, that's not going to work for this. I guess we'll use auto load failed. Why? I don't know why this is all failing. Like that. Okay, all right, let's get an actual error. Does that plugin not give a... No, that should have an ID. Oh. Well, shit. Okay, yeah, so auto load failed does end up in the plugin manager. Why the fuck are we holding on to these errors? How's it going, Fallen? Welcome. We don't have the error in here, though. Doesn't... Why are you telling me there's something here when there's not? Okay. Yeah. Fuck. Why didn't we put the error in there? Yeah, so the G plugin introspection stuff, it worked at one point in time, but now it doesn't work, and it's not worth trying to figure out why at the moment because nothing actually uses it anymore. But it's making all our builds fail, and I don't want to do a release where we just disable that by default. Because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna disable by default until we can figure it out and turn it back on. So I'm trying to find something simpler to do in G plugin, but everything is a twisted mess, and any little thing I want to change leads to something else, and it's just like, oh, sucks. This isn't what I wanted. I assumed we could get through something quickly here tonight, and I was wrong. Because we are 2.5 hours, only 2.5 hours in. I started at 9? No, it should have been 8:30. Yeah, 8:30. And I don't know. I was hoping to get to the Pidgin stuff that's bigger and more looming. Don't get me wrong, this stuff needs to be done, but it's still just, one of them things. But why did we not put the error in G plugin query? All right, so either we got a couple of things we can do here. Find with file name is going to be hard to test, so I don't know that we're going to. Yeah. We need to compile it, though. I mean, we have to test it, but we're going to have to use some build system magic to do it. Oh, even then. I don't know that we can test it. The problem is, while we can ask Gmodule for what the suffix is, that doesn't necessarily work on Mac. Because Mac can load dylibs, and so their native libraries are either .dylib, D-Y-L-I-B, or .so. And I don't know of a way to tell which one I've got out of the build. Maybe Mason can help me? Are you at it? You'll fix it all? Yeah, okay. I guess functions, built-in objects. Not target machine. Return to objects. Target. No, what the hell is it? It's not TGT, is it? Alright, fine. Build target. EXE, sure. Return by executable, cool. Oh, that doesn't help, but no, I need sure, build target, lib. Extended by library target extended by both the following subtypes, both libs. Let's return by library, this is fine. Found full path. There's full path pointing to the result target file. Now, in most cases, using the object itself will do the same job as this and will allow Mason to set up inter-target dependencies correctly. Okay, so I can get the full path of a test plugin for this. Okay, so this might be easier than I'm thinking it's going to be. Okay, we don't have that, huh? What the hell do we have for tests? Yeah, look at that. Son of a bitch. Alright. Give me test source. Test manager.c. We gotta start somewhere. We don't need that at all. These aren't. Oh, maybe because they used to be load on query and we didn't move them. Like, they should be there because everything else is alphabetized. Okay. What's the thing? G test error or something? No. Assert that non-fatal assertions. Heard this song too many times. Only be called after Jesus. Okay, good. Let's go, Memphis. Welcome, welcome. Are you coming or going? I don't know. We're gonna do not found first. Is this the problem? It still does. Alright, now that creates a file source. Okay, that should be fine. We'll see what happens. We don't have a new method, but that's fine. Manager equals G object new G plugin type manager. Boom, free unit test. Oh, I fucked that up. Okay, that's fine. This is subdirectories. I thought it was tests. Right now, this has no dependencies. We're gonna have to write a simple plugin or give it a plugin or something for it. We might want to special case it. We'll see. That's fine. What do we fail? I spelled finalize wrong. Okay, yay! Not sure where that leak's coming from, but that's good to know. We got a leak somewhere we have to take care of. Lovely. Could it be in the new stuff? No, we didn't call that at all. Shouldn't be there. Got some potatoes. You can make some leek and potato soup. Ah ha ha. So we got rid of paths. Dependency regex. What are we leaking? Plugins and loaders. Alright, well, whatever. That's a problem for another time. Yeah, it's fine. We all got bad jokes. It's cool. Oh, right. So anyways. Doing alright, King. How about yourself? What? Bond, that's so bad it's good. It's unfortunately removed from the chat. Now it's fine. Yeah, we should just be able to do this. Sure. Plug in. Oh. Does not exist. .xyz. That's not what I meant to do, but sure. Oh, it's fine. Plug in with file name, my bad. We have to use find plugin because this also keeps track of loaders, and I thought there's something else in there. What was the warning? What? Oh, yeah, it's fine. That's not quite the right error message, but that's okay. The problem for that is our Mason build says 43.3. It should say 44.0-dev, and then that goes away. Yep. Just waiting for me to say, yes, function is now running. Because you could say, you better go catch function. Yeah. Note to self, don't ever say anything is running in front of robotic head. Luckle. New emote, Luckle. It's like Keck W. Alright. I just don't know where the fuck this is coming from, but it's like it doesn't look like it should be ours. But maybe? I wonder. Nope. Ooh, it's not ours. That should be suppressed though. Second try, but close enough. But we don't need to deal with the other directory, so it's fine. Alright, I don't know why this didn't clang. Oh, because these don't clang format. Interesting. Really? Why don't those clang format? You're a Lua dev? Yep. I've written a fair amount of Lua in my day. Oh no, it did get it now. What the fuck? Alright, I guess I must not have ran it right before. Alright, but now we need to actually find a plugin. This is where it's going to get weird and shitty. So this has different dependencies and stuff like that, but the problem is I don't have a way to pass that in. Unless I do it as a separate test, I don't want to do it separate. I mean, you already asked a question without asking if you could ask a question, so just ask your question. Like, I don't know why people ask if they can ask a question. I guess we can just do plugins. Let's just do plugins. Oh, but I still can't get the name. Where does the all native plugin thing come from? Oh, that gets updated by these. Okay. Is it possible to turn an Excel document into an app/program? I mean, I think so with Visual Basic Scripting or VBS or whatever the hell they have now, but I don't know. I haven't used Microsoft shit in 20 years, so no idea. But like you can build macros and shit, but it depends on like what you're trying to do app wise. But I'm gonna guess you're gonna have a bad time doing it. So like, while it's possible, it's probably going to be miserable. Oh yeah, a Visual Basic for applications. That's what it is now. VBS is the old stuff, right? Um, how do I want to get this stupid path in here? I can't even get it because I don't have the target name anymore. Um, I'm really not sure how to do this. Learn to make your own inventory management system is what I'm asking. I built one in Excel, but it's a little overwhelming for people to look at. So here's the thing. How many people are going to be using this concurrently? How many computers does this need to be on? Because if the answer is more than one to either of those questions, Excel is not the right tool for the job. It won't work. Even if it's on a shared drive, you're gonna have problems. Now, like if you put something in like Office 365 or Google Sheets or something, that might work better. But yeah, Excel is not a database, and Access isn't a database either, no matter what they say. But you're going to run into all sorts of issues with data consistency and, yeah, if you have more than one user. And even then, if you have more than one user, I hope you're doing backups because computers die, people make mistakes, and all sorts of other fun stuff. Yes, Access is not a database. If you're using Access as a database, as an RDBMS database, you did it wrong, right? Like generally, I say use whatever tool works, but just don't buy into Access. Just don't do it. I mean, you can, but I don't want to hear about it. You've never used it? Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I have, but yeah. Um, you're pleased to say it hasn't improved? Yeah. So I mean, so here's the thing, right? Like, if you're trying to prove a concept, you said you already built one, And you said it's overwhelming for people to look at. So, which way is it? You said to build something with access, I assume? Had a budget of $0. Had to host it on shared network drive. It was a hassle. The university used it for 8 years. Yeah. So, like, technically, yes, it's a file-based database, but they still want you to use ODBC for everything on it. And it's like they've like injected forms and shit into it as well. And then you've got VBA on top of it, and it's just freaking Postgres, man. Put a front end in front of it, even if it's just a freaking web interface, something, it'd be fine. I don't know how to do this. I mean, SQLite is platform independent, right? It'll run everywhere. Access runs on Windows and only Windows. So, and like last I checked, you needed Microsoft Office to have access. Whereas SQLite is free. And runs everywhere. So, I mean, depending on what your criteria is, but those are two very compelling arguments right there. Like, can you imagine installing Pidgin? It's like, oh, you also need Microsoft Access. Wouldn't that be fun? Whereas when you see SQLite installing with Pidgin 3, you're like, meh. Right? I'm like, it's fine. All right. I don't have a way to do this. I don't know. Used to work for a company to give you anything to track inventory with. So you kind of just did it yourself with Excel. Now it's just something I want to tinker with. Gotcha. Solve a Rubik's Cube. All right. What do we have as options? Sure. We're into the same 3 normal options. You know the drill. King, you pick which one. Half of a big one? I mean, we don't do halves. We do thirds of the big ones. But sure, we can do a third of the set. We'll do a third of the 6x6. Although it should be quarters, and one of them is just scrambling. That would be better use of time. No. Once again, you had 0 money and no support from IT. You needed to build what is precursor near breach SQLite. For a year of being on SQLite, it gave us a SQL server. Or IT gave you a SQL server. Yeah. It's funny how these companies expect you to do all this magic with no money to do anything, and then they don't pay you any salary either, or they don't pay you a fair salary. But, you know, it gets running and stuff, and you did your job, but they still keep all the profits. All right. So, we're going to do the faces. Takes a little bit of time. Won't be too long. We're going to start with the black face because it's there. I don't... Okay, yeah, that's okay. Let's go that way. Got 2 lines of it. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Yay! Three. Use a SQL Server to bring down the processing time of tasks from 48 hours to 7 minutes. Yeah, it's funny what happens when you actually have tools that are like good at their job, right? As much as I hate SQL Server, a lot of people have built a lot of companies on top of it. Alright. Blackface. We're going to go do yellow now, which will go here. So the 6x6 doesn't have centers, which is why there was no yellow center at all there. There's no permanent centers, right? Those are all whatever. So we just kind of, we guess where it is. And then we get into parity because we don't know for certain. But it's okay. Where's my corner piece? There it is. Okay, we got 3 up there. We still got the 4 on the bottom. I didn't move that right. There we go. Okay, then this guy can come over. This guy goes here. This goes here. What the hell am I trying to do? There we go. Jesus. Alright, now we got yellow and we got black. We're going to do green next because that one is usually green and blue, depending on the lighting, are hard to tell which are which. But it should be. So we're going to make this one green because we have this green here already. Sure. And we're going to go like this. Scooch this over, grab this, pull this, and now we got those 2. Sure, we'll put, oh, no, we're not gonna put that there. Sure. Give me those 2 together. I need this guy there, which is in that position. So I got those 3. We still got our 2 lines here. Where's the other jerk? It's over there. Nope, nope, one more. Okay, then we're gonna slide this into place. That's not what I wanted to do, but it's fine. Whatever, we'll just do that. It's fine. All right, so now, oh, we got them all on one face. Lovely. By lovely, I mean not lovely. That's annoying. It's okay though. Okay, so now we've got yellow, green, and black. What we're going to do, because it's right here and it's easy, we can see with this corner piece, black, black, green, green, this guy's got to be red, because that red is there. So now we'll do the reds. Okay, I'm getting there on the reds. I should have left that up there. Let's do this. Okay, so green, black, and yellow are still okay. We're almost done with red. Oop. Dropping the cube. Oh, sure. That's oriented wrong. Lovely. Okay. Now it's oriented right. And now we can dump that in place. And now we've got yellow, green, black, and red. This has got to be blue. This has got to be orange. And we got to swap a whole bunch of pieces to make that happen. And that's fine. This is orange, so I am totally blanking, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And that is the first third of the cube. That's the centers. Woohoo! Alright. Surprising how much you can script use in SQL. You need to connect all these data points and calculate them. Boom, SQL. Yeah, I mean, you can do crazy stuff in SQL, especially with plugins, and they have stuff where you can have just write stuff in whatever programming language and return tables and shit too. It's nuts. All right. We're just gonna go with this. Oh, we don't actually depend on the plugins though, so we don't need that yet. This part. Like, yeah, testing that properly is going to require a lot of bullshit, and it's not worth the bullshit right now when we can look at the code and go, yeah, that looks okay. Pidgin's doing this in some weird way. I don't have a Pidgin terminal. Or Sublime Text, I mean. Oh, it's on 1. Lovely. Hold on. I don't know why I went to 1. The plugin. Oh, the purple plugin has an error. Right, so this uses this nonsense to get the file names and stuff, and then it uses that Pidgin 3 stores this wrong right now. But the intent is, we wanted to add some sort of query stuff to gplugin, so you could just say like, give me all plugins in this state, right? Which would then let you get all plugins that are loaded and stuff like that. We'll probably build a helper for it, and then that'll give back the plugin IDs and shit like that. But we just haven't done it. But this does this all by file names, which is weird and annoying, but yeah. But yeah, okay. Anyways. Not going to see that much on my keyboard. Okay. This has been let's do with exist for a while. And they come in handy for. I didn't write a test where or plugin is found as trying to get the proper file name with our current file name of a plugin is a big pain with our current test. I didn't leave any G cards or anything around, did I? No, that looks like stuff. Okay. Cool. Alright, it's already midnight. Yeah, they were gonna call it. We're gonna get out of here. I'm trying to get more of this going. I probably won't be on tomorrow or Wednesday, but otherwise I'll be back on Thursday. But we're gonna go raid Mr. Nick Wan. I don't know what he's doing, but whatever. We're gonna go raid him. It's fine. Nick Wan's cool. If you want to join the raid, you can go ahead and hit cancel off the chat. Otherwise, there's nothing you can do. In the meantime, if you want to get notified when I'm going to be streaming, be sure to follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. And ring the bell to know when I'm going to be live. Otherwise, you can find links to all my social media right over here. I do post on my Mastodon when I'm going to go live. And if you want to join us on the official and unofficial Pidgin Discord, you can find that right over here as well. So, thank you everybody for coming by tonight. And until next time, adios.